Oh. Hang on, let me just make this, Hey! Give me 1 second. I accidentally used a previous stream. So, it's not actually a bad night. It's a good night. Okay, here we go. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Surprise, I'm gonna stream. Hi Silja. Hi Linda. Yep, this is my new start. Barnyard Animals by Hade. It's a surprise stream. Because I felt like it. I felt like streaming. How's everyone doing? What are you stitching? Are you stitching? Are you doing something else? Hey Nicole. Haven't seen you in a while. How's the new house? I'm just stop tugging on my fabric like this. So I have a scroll frame. I have a new start. Yeah. Look at how washed out I look. It's great lighting, huh? Ooh. Look at that. Oh, I can't see the fabric as well. Cryptid Sal. That one looks good. Sunset Howling Wolves. That sounds good too. On this, I put in 900 stitches the first night and then only 200 yesterday. 220. I was busy yesterday though. I had a lot on my mind. I just felt like going live tonight, you know? Come on. Maybe it'll come out when I go down. Nope. Bay Street Billionaires is this song. So I suppose I should talk about stuff. So I just finished my first week of school. I survived. And let me just say, for me, it was very helpful to ask for help. What a concept, right? So I was feeling, I'm sure if you watched my floss tube, you can tell that I was not feeling the best on Wednesday, and kind of the same thing on Thursday. I just didn't feel like I was really that helpful for my students. And I asked for help, especially because this is the beginning of the year is tough for everyone, I think, because teachers are transitioning back to in-person. I mean, some teachers taught in person in the spring, but that's a transition for the adults, and then the kids, it's a really big transition to have to go from at home to school. So it's been an adjustment for everyone, I would say. And also, like, trying to get to know students is part of the work, part of the challenge. So it's been my week. Being flexible. That's always good to do. Plans change very quickly. And whoa. All right, what a start. And yeah, it's just been a good lesson in staying calm, staying grounded, because I've felt like I don't like I don't know how to be a teacher. That's what I felt like. Look at what I did. I made a knot. Look at my pretty knot. I thought I was gonna have so much to say, but I don't really. Because I don't really, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to talk about everything. Like, very specific things. It was good to today, just like, because it's Friday, just be a little bit more focused on building that relationship with the kids instead of like feeling like I need to push content. And let me tell you a story about being a resource teacher. It's not a story, it's like common. But like music teachers, especially if music is not required in the state, like it is not here, unfortunately. Hang on, I'm gonna try to fix this. Music is not required. I don't know if I'm fixing it. Nope. It's just fuzzy forever. I need a snag nabbit. Music teachers. So I feel like, there's less pressure on us because there are less standardized tests for music. There's some, but it's not really for high school. Like, I know I have to take tests for teacher certification. But kids like high school and below don't have to take any music tests. It's just like a fine arts, part of their fine arts grade, or part of their classes. So it's not, music is not included on the SAT or the ACT here. And this might sound bad, but like the pressure's not really on for content. So I today, my priority was to keep the classroom just in a moderate mood across the board. Some kids might have been feeling something because it was Friday. Some kids might have been, you just never know what they're going through unless you ask them. And sometimes I probably wouldn't want to say what was going on. So, they might not be open to telling you. Whoa. But I was trying to just check in, ask how their Friday was going. And I wasn't super focused on doing a whole bunch of singing or doing a whole bunch of music activities. I was just like, you know what? If we can all just have a day where nobody gets too mad at anyone else, I'm good with that. Because it was easier for me. It was easier for me to feel like I was being productive and helpful to them. So, if I enforce procedures and really follow them, I'm really bad at that. Whoops. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. I don't know about y'all, but I was the kind of student that was always following directions. So, I never really realized that procedures weren't for me. They weren't intended for me personally, because I was always following directions. And if let go, I would have been fine. But there's just some students that need a little structure. They need to know what's expected of them in order to be successful in school, at least, and in the world. You can't show up late to work. You've got to work hard to survive in our society. So I try to frame some of the things as I'm hopefully helping to prepare them for the real world. And hopefully explain that to them, because they're old enough, junior high, they're old enough to really understand why, or to begin to understand why we do things. Why does the procedure exist? Why does the rule exist? So for me, I'm impatient with the rules. I'm I don't want to just spend a bunch of time on this. I'm missing content time. But then I'm no, this is important if I want to be consistent. If I want to let them know what's expected of them, and not to be wishy-washy on it. Nobody's got anything to add? Or you're just stitching away with me? I need to catch up with some floss tube. Oh, my hand is totally taking all the focus away here, isn't it? See if I can go closer. We need that cow in there still. Oh, goodness. There we go. It's good to chill out and stitch some. When I started this on Wednesday, it was very therapeutic. Linda, I'm stitching on 40 count. And I always feel a little happy when somebody asks me that, because I like stitching on 40 count. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to stitch on 40 count. I sometimes use my reading glasses. Might as well put them on. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm stitching with one strand, half stitch. So 1 over 1 half stitch. And it might be, whoops. I have another project where I'm doing this, but I'm using diagonal parking. And that is quite slow going. I've been wanting to do a little bit of, I stopped doing, boy, I can't even think. I stopped doing cross-country stitching, and then I switched to diagonal because I found it was making my stitches neater. And then I started doing stuff half stitch, and I was like, oh, it almost doesn't, I mean, I'm sure it still matters, but it doesn't matter as much that I'm using diagonal, because there's only two occurrences of the thread in each hole of the fabric, because it's half stitch. So I was finding when I was doing cross country that when I was using full cross, when there's 4 occurrences of the thread in each hole, that it was causing my stitches to be a little uneven, and so kind of by default it straightens out your stitches. Oh, I have a needle on the back. I'm trying to be a little loose. Oh, I can't move the cow away. I can't remember where I got this needle minder. It's kind of, I think it's the first needle minder I ever got. It's small. It's very small. I haven't quite gotten the magnification down. I have 3 different pairs of reading glasses, but I haven't found the sweet spot yet, because they kind of make my eyes work a little bit. I wonder if this is my lighting that's... Is it just the focus? It must be the focus. Let me see if I can turn off autofocus. Tap to focus. We'll see if that's better. I'm going to listen to some of my students' favorite music this weekend. I asked them in an assignment what their favorite kind of music is. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm glad to listen to it, but I can't play it at school. Just because it's got bad words in it. Alrighty, we're down to single stitches. Oops. Bumpy, bumpy. Yeah, Linda, it does take a while for your brain to get adjusted to what half stitch feels like. Like, it took me a while to work in a way that doesn't involve crossing, like doing a full cross. What did I do here? Oops, I think I messed up. Yeah, I did. That's okay. I also find that I'm less likely to frog stuff on 40 count, or like go back on it. Because I just like put in 2 stitches of the wrong color, and I'm like, meh. They're so small anyway. I also swore that I would never do 40 count on a stream before. Oh! Well, welcome, Linda. Welcome to the rabbit hole. I feel like because Flosstube exists, people know a lot more right after they start. I can't imagine. That would probably be overwhelming. Like, it's not a common occurrence to know exactly what Ada is before you start stitching. Because there's just so many Flosstubers talking about lots of other stuff. So on this piece, this is a stitch along for Sarah, the Stitchin' Mommy, and she is turning 40 this month, and so she started the hashtag Stitchin' Mommy turns 40. What, Linda? You have more whips than me? Wow. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. What do? I do this. No, you're not bad. You're just, you just like to have options. Options are nice. Do, 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 do. Excuse me. I'm about to burp, I think. One, two, three. $40 count is an adjustment. And I feel like your eyes, like, my eyes still aren't used to it. Oh, oh no. Linda! Oh my goodness. You can tell him that's exactly why you need to stitch. Is that's your chill time. And then you will work hard with the kids. Wow. That's awesome. Why is there not one here? Did I miss a stitch? I guess not. I guess I just did it. Yeah. Especially, well, okay, so I used to treat my stitching as a distraction and a procrastination tool, which is, it was very unhealthy for me because then I wasn't enjoying it very much because I was like, oh, I'm avoiding my responsibilities. And as soon as I started viewing it as, oh, this is a hobby, this is a relaxation tool, and I was like, it's okay, you can relax, then it was better. You're gonna have to focus here. I will say, if you all grid, 40 count is really hard to grid on. I don't really like gridding. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Oh, this is hard. Yeah. It is definitely a stress reliever. I feel like cross stitch is just a really perfect hobby for like anyone who likes consistency or like something that is the same. I like that, and I don't think that I would like embroidery as much because there's too much that is left to chance. Like I would worry about messing it up and making a flower look really bad. But in cross stitch, it's like, well, as long as you follow the pattern, it's gonna look like it's supposed to. I have these. I want to eat these. They're Trader Joe's brand Takis. I can't believe I lived for 5 years in California and didn't really eat Takis. And then I got some here and I was like, I understand the hype. They're good. They're addicting. I had way too many one night. Where am I? Okay, so I have some confetti stitches in here to do. So I think I might like just put my head down and try to do them. Otherwise I'll go really slowly. Australian. There's this new obsession with like chili lime. I don't know how new it is. I don't know how long Takis have existed, but more than ever, young people, like kids, are eating these kinds of chips and stuff, like spicy. Like hot Cheetos are a real big thing here in America. Which is kind of weird. Oh. So like I had kids when I was teaching elementary that would like have Takis for lunch. I was like, what? 1, 2, 3. 4. This is Stitchin' Mommy's method. And on a lot of her full coverage, Sarah does left to right, top to bottom. So she completes a strand. And then after she's done with that strand, she goes to the next spot. Left to right, top to bottom. The next color that's not stitched. I don't know if that makes sense. One, 2. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't apologize for this. When I'm like in the zone, then my mind starts going other places. So like all of my students' faces are flashing in my mind right now. Those great kids. I guess that's probably a good sign that I want to think about them. I want to be a good teacher for them. 1, 2. Right? I caught myself. I was like, I don't have to be sorry for this. Thank you, Linda. Any quiet people want to get in on the conversation? I'm glad y'all are here. Feel free to chime in the chat if you want to. Surprise stream. Surprise streams are fun. Hey. It did go really well. Here on the East Coast, it is 7:15 p.m. And y'all in Australia are 12 hours or so displaced from the US, right? Something like that. I'm gonna talk about you in my next Floss Tube, Jennifer, because you're so nice. You're so nice. Yes, you. Shut up. You said you were gonna send one thing. I guess you didn't say what you were gonna send. Sneaky. Jennifer sent me a package. And it was just what I needed. Oh, it's 9:15. Yeah, so evenings are a great time for the Australian people. I mean, friends. That sounds weird. The Australian people. The friends down under. How weird does it sound to say down under? Yes. Stop it. Stop it. Whoa. Why did it get louder all of a sudden? Okay, I'm almost done with this confetti stuff. Saturday morning. It's still Friday here. What is this music? It's just the happy genre. I didn't do that one. Is that it? Oh, yeah. Very cheerful. It's a little much. It's a little too repetitive. It's like... There's gotta be something that's psychological about hearing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Oh, yep. Like, like you went to go like get a snack and then you come back and your character's like doing a weird dance to this music. Yeah, it's a little repetitive. I don't know, maybe this is like, calm down. What are you doing? Calm down. Focus on that. Maybe this is like transition music for DJs. I don't know. Hey, Anna. This piece is how many? 550 across, 733, I think. Up and down. And I think it's across, it's gonna be about what did I say? Like 13 inches across? Yeah, Linda. It's about 13 inches across. And so this is on 40 count. So it's actually going to be much smaller than if I were going to do it on a different count fabric. It's almost too loud. Is it really loud? It's louder than the other ones, I feel like. Somebody didn't go through this audio library and equalize everything. Yeah, this is pretty, this one is pretty big. There are, let me tell you how many stitches. 403,000 stitches. Half stitch, mind you. So it's more like 200,000. Wait. Yeah, it's more like, if I was doing this full cross, it would take me twice the amount of time. I feel like this is the same tempo, except it's a different style. You know, Linda, I bet pretty soon you're going to be enabled to try 40 count. I don't know if y'all get Yarn Tree, is that what it's called? It's this fairly reasonably priced online shop. And this is Even Weave. And I can't find it anywhere else except that one website. Haid doesn't have it. I haven't really looked at an LNS. I haven't been to any yet in Baltimore. You know, go in small steps, Anna. Try a 28 count. Try a 32 count. I haven't tried 32 count, and I can't really imagine that the coverage would be great with one strand or two. Like, I think if you tried two strands on 32 count, it would be pretty bulky. But if you wanted to try like a 36 count too. Another thing that I feel like really helped my eyes with this is stitching on linen or even weave over two, so that your eyes just get used to looking at threads that are smaller than Aida. Here I am speaking like I know so much and I have so much experience. I don't have that much experience. I think I'm gonna be lazy and just end this row because I don't really want to decide where to go, so I'm just gonna, doesn't matter how long I have left. Texas Parks and Wildlife has a live chill video on one of their aquariums. Oh yeah. It's very, I mean, it's very universal music. Like, I made an oopsie today, and I was having the students work on a worksheet, and I put on Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. Look at how angelic I look. I'm just like glowing. And he says the cuss word for number 2. And I heard it and I was like, did he just say that? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I know what music to play. Royalty free YouTube studio music. You can't find even weave and can't do linen. Yeah, linen, I haven't done many projects over 2 on even weave. Like I think I've done 1 on 28, but I finished 1 on linen and I really liked it. And I have another one on linen. Where in Australia do you live? Because I do know of some Aussie stitchers who stitch on linen, like Honeybee Stitcher, and isn't Nikki Noodles from Australia? And Darren, the Dizzy Stitcher. Hey, I know some Aussie stitchers. Yeah, I accidentally played bad words in class. 32, in Victoria. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably got something to do with how accessible things are in the US, unfortunately. How expensive is it to ship to Australia from the US? I don't know. Let me look it up. I've begun to actually end my threads on the back. I'm sure I'll get over it and want to end them on the front, but because I won't be back in this area for a while, I think I'm just gonna end them on the back. It's kind of dark in this room. Oh. Don't bump the mic. Yeah, this is how big the scroll frame is. So that's like 1,300 stitches. It's pretty small. Oh, I didn't bump the mic, but I bumped my lights and the camera. Okay, we're gonna have to move because we've got some filled in here, so we're gonna have to move to the right. Go over here. No, I don't want to grid on camera. I might have to grid, y'all. You gonna watch me grid? Watch me grid and watch me stitch. Watch me grid, and watch me stitch. I dropped a needle. This needle minder is cute, but it's not very strong. Welcome to my channel, where I burp. How long have I been? 50 minutes? 7:29. Am I gonna grid? I'm gonna grid, right? I just need to do 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4. So when I grid, it takes a lot of focus. Better put on my glasses for gridding. Okay. Oh my goodness, I can't see anything. I wonder if I try my most 275. What are these? 2. Okay, wish me luck. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Did I get the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always I'm afraid that I'm gonna mess this up. That's why I don't grid the whole thing at once. That's right. No. Yeah? Well, that was right. This music isn't helping. It makes me think I'm gonna mess up. Oh, I think we got it. That was hard. Stop! My camera just thinks it needs to, become part of the party. Here's another just fine song. All right. Really? Tell me more, song. Tell me how you feel. Dun 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 dun. How's my rhythm? Where am I going? know if that's doing anything. It is kind of like noise. Just noise. Two. I keep choking my cow. It's like, move. Move. There, it'll just be peeking out in the chat. Hi, Linda. Hi, Jennifer. My cow says hi. It's me. My cow is peeking around the chat. It's right by Linda right now. Linda's right there. And you're right there. So the cow is peeking out and saying hi. It's nice enough out here to roll down our windows. Roll down our windows in our apartment, yeah. Open the windows. We had some, so the East Coast is kind of underwater, like the New York subways have flooded because of the remnants of Hurricane Ida. And Louisiana got it kind of bad too. And it was scheduled to be bad here, or if it was kind of looking like it would be bad here, but it wasn't really. Did you get some, Jennifer? In Texas? Yeah, we just had like, well, you saw during my floss tube, just one clap of thunder and rain, that was it. Just humidity. Call me crazy. I kind of like humidity. I kind of like it because then you know that you're not going to get dried out. And there's less of a chance that you're going to like accidentally get dehydrated. Maybe that's just me revealing that don't drink enough water. I'm gonna see if I can tighten this a little bit. It's kind of wobbly. Ooh, that might be better. I'm getting good at this, huh? Kind of. Okay, let me mark off because I don't remember. I feel kind of all over the place. don't know, I feel like in the humidity you just have an excuse to be sweaty. Right? It's like, it's humid, it's hot. It's just inevitable. I need desperately to catch up on some of my friends on FlossTube. Charmin included. And I need to watch Coco. I mean, Zoe. Okay, we're going sideways now. Yep. This is really fun. Look at this just long strip of stitches. I think I like this method. Left to right, top to bottom. This song is not over. Oh my goodness. It's putting me in the zone. I think I like this method because it's what I like so much about diagonal stitching is that it kind of takes the decision making out of it. If you're strictly cross-country stitcher, like I was that. I feel like most people start that way, unless you were taught a different way or discovered a different way or created a different way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 plus 4. Okay. But this way, like, I don't have to go back and worry about like finishing off a big block of color. I just know that I have not finished ones to the right on the top row, so I just do the next color. And then it takes away some of the decision making. So then I might go to the next row with the color that I'm stitching with, but then it just kind of fills in. I think that's what I didn't really like about stitching cross country before, is like there were some days where I only stitched with one color, and that got really annoying. And then also, like, I would start too big of a section, and then I would like lose steam at the end of the section. Like I would do like, I don't know, like 2 pages at once. And I didn't stop at the page lines usually. I just went wherever. Now this song I can get behind. It's repetitive, but there's enough differences. Like the harmonic structure's changing. And some of the tones are changing. Like they're adding different sounds. It's okay. That's funny. 3, 4. Yeah. I haven't watched much. I don't watch MacGyver. I grew up without TV, so I didn't watch very many shows. There was an old movie that I went to my friend's house to watch one time. Swiss Family Robinson. And I like freaked out. It scared me. Hey, Erin, my day has been better today. Yesterday was still tough, and then I asked for help, and it was much better. And I kind of like changed my priorities. My priority was not to like have them do a lot of content. It was just reinforce the procedures of the classroom and of taking a mask break and just trying to be more interactive with the students today. And it was better because I feel like I was able to read the room a little better when I was interacting with the students. So that was good. And I'm sure this is going to be... Oh yeah. It was a rough day. I mean, I expected this. I expected to not really... I tried to prepare, but there are some things that you just like... Either you just don't know how the students are going to feel that day. And me too. Like, I feel like once I like get to a certain point of stimulation, then I kind of like go into survival mode. And so I'm just trying not to like have the building burn down. But I was able to be a lot more observant today and just like interact with the students and not really worry too much about them singing too much or them, you know, my priority was their well-being today. I was saying before, I feel like I'm really lucky Did I just do it? I think I just did a up and down stitch. Whoops. I feel really lucky that I get to be a teacher who doesn't have to teach to a standardized test. Like, music's not really on the ACTs or the SATs. But, so I can prioritize more easily and more, I don't know. I just feel bad for the math and science and ELA teachers and social studies. Like, those questions are on the tests. Those subjects are on the tests. That determines the student, or determines, like, a student's success in college, or, you know. Yeah. I wish that there were more, like, cross-curricular things. It's pretty easy to bring other subjects into music, but I wish that, like, the curriculum was such that music was brought and arts was brought into the other subjects. And maybe, hey Amy, and maybe it has been since I was in college or in high school, but I can't imagine that the educational system has completely changed in 10 years. But like, kids, like especially young kids, if they have sung a song about it, then they will probably remember it. Like, how many of y'all remember the song about the states that you sang, if you sang one? Do you remember a song about the days of the week? Or, you know, those songs that were actually just content that we needed to know, that's what we remember, because music accesses both sides of your brain. So, sorry. I'm twisting, but I can't tell which direction I need to go. So I just, like, it would be nice. Maybe I need to be the one to make that change. Yeah, right. Not with standardized tests the way they are. Yeah. I'm just a bill. Please sing it. Just a bill. That's funny. Amy, you and I will have to hang out sometime. I mean, once... I don't know if we're out of the woods with COVID. And by that I mean we're not out of the woods. Is that an American expression? We're out of the woods. Okay, I'm twisted and I don't know which way it's twisting, so I'm going to pick this up and let it twirl. It's not twirling. Down, 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 boom, boom. guess you will. I'm just a bill. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm just a bill. Is it a song about money? $343 stitches. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh. Does that ever happen to you? Where your floss just frays? I wonder if it's because I was like squeezing it really hard as it was going through the fabric. Or I just let it twist a whole bunch. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. Yeah, I didn't sing that song. I'll have to listen to it. What is he doing? No. Is the universe trying to tell us something? I feel like, Amy, I feel like it's the fabric. What do you think? Because like, well, and the floss. If the floss is old, I feel like it's more likely to fray. Because I've had some really old skeins and they fray easier. But sometimes it is the Schoolhouse Rock, okay. Sometimes it is the fabric too. You get a really rough, stiff piece of fabric. Boy, I'm having quite a time here. Okay, there we go. And we're just gonna end this thread. Using a smaller needle helps on smaller counts. I got a 40 count piece here. Maybe it's just been too long since I've like really paid attention to what Ymir stitches with. But does she stitch with DMC, or does she use a thinner floss? Because I'm stitching half stitch on 40 count and it's already bulky enough. How does she stitch half stitch on, or like full cross? Oh, on those counts. Alright, I think I'm going to make this thing stop freaking out. My cow says goodbye. I think I'm going to keep stitching, but I want to have my face right in my stitching. Yeah, it's a little insane, Erin. I was inspired by Sarah Stitchin' Mommy because she does some 40 count, and I was like, and Ymir, of course. And I was like, 40 count. And I just think it's going to look cool with like teeny tiny pixels of stitches. It'll be interesting to see the detail come out. Yeah, I think it's Sarah that really inspired me to do 40 count full coverage. So yeah, it's very fun. I'm gonna go and stitch some more. And keep thinking about my wonderful students. Yeah. Thanks for chilling. Listen to this music. It's just like calming me down right now. It's that. Oh, that's why it's a 23-minute track. Yeah. All right. Have a good night. Have a good day, Linda. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you Sunday for an actual stream. So, oh, I'm gonna eat some Takis too. All right. Bye, friends.